Chapter 2, Section 5, Physics Talk. Momentum. Collisions like a bat hitting a baseball or a racket hitting a tennis ball can be fun in sports. Collisions of automobiles are dangerous and can cause injuries and deaths. What occurs during a collision depends on both the masses of the objects and the velocities of the objects. You observe this with collisions between carts. Momentum is defined as the mass multiplied by velocity and is given the symbol p. Momentum equals mass times velocity. The collision between a small mass cart with another small mass cart was very similar to the collision between a large mass cart and another large mass cart. In contrast, the large mass cart hitting the small mass cart was quite different, as was the small mass cart hitting the large mass cart. This provides the insight that it is the relative masses, not the absolute masses, of the colliding objects that are important to observe in deciding what will happen in a collision. All vehicles on the road do not have the same mass. Trucks and large SUVs have greater mass than compact vehicles. All vehicles have much greater mass than people walking or people on bicycles. This makes cars and trucks extremely dangerous to pedestrians. When the large mass cart hit the small mass cart moved away from the site of the collision with a higher speed than the large mass cart had before the collision. In a real accident, if a vehicle were to hit a pedestrian, the pedestrian would move a lot faster than the vehicle was moving. The collision would certainly result in injury to, and possibly death of, the pedestrian. The damage an automobile can produce is related directly to its momentum. All moving automobiles have a very large momentum because of their large mass. A high-speed automobile can have the same momentum as a slow-moving massive truck. For example, a car with a mass of 1,000 kilograms traveling at a speed of 20 meters per second has a momentum value of 20,000. A truck with a mass of 10,000 kilograms moving at 2 meters per second has a momentum of 20,000. A tennis ball moving very fast can affect a stationary cart more than a tennis ball moving very slowly. This is similar to the damage small pieces of sand moving at very high speeds can cause, such as when a sandblaster is used to clean various surfaces. In the same way, vehicles have different momenta depending on their mass and velocity. An 18-wheel tractor-trailer has a large momentum even if it is moving only a few meters per second, since it has such a large mass. On the other hand, a small automobile with a small mass traveling at a very high speed also has a high momentum due to its speed. The damage done during a collision between objects of such different masses will produce drastically different levels of injury to the passengers in the different vehicles. Collisions between two objects often involve changes in momentum for each object. When a moving automobile strikes a stationary automobile, the first automobile slows down and the second automobile moves away at some speed. That is, the first automobile loses some of its momentum and the second automobile picks up some momentum. You will study this relationship in the next section.